Hello and welcome to another exciting episode of the Super Breakdown. Today we'll be looking at the CAMS-05 Mack knife, piloted by Mack. The Mack knife is very similar to the Farsia in that it has a permanent striker that you can call in, but I like the Mack knife's version better because Barra can be commanded with a simple press of the RT, and by using that you actually get different attacks. Back RT is the standard shot. That's forward melee, by the way. Then you have side RT is the two beams. When she reloads, we will go over some more of that. Until then, you have your own beams that can stun, that are very nice. You have missiles that are pretty good. They do pretty solid damage. You have your basic shot. It's a chain gun. You know, it does pretty decent damage. Then you have the charged version, which does pretty nice damage and is a direct forward beam. Very versatile, gives you some good options. As you can see, the Mack knife is a very good suit for mid-range. We'll get into the melee that it has too, that it makes it an actually really good suit for melee as well. It was one of the suits that I really didn't spend a lot of time with until it came time for practicing for the Super Breakdown, and now I wish I had spent more time with it. The striker's really good, just sends you flying in and do some good damage. We'll call back in Barra. Forward is missiles, and then just pushing the button is shot as well. So Barra Peor can be a very, very good help for you by just constantly putting on the damage, as long as you were telling her what to do. If you don't, then she will not. There's also one other cool thing that the Mack knife has that you only get once per life, whether you burst or not. You only get once per life, because you can fire dismissals barrage that make the small explosions afterwards that can catch your opponents in the explosions, and it's very nice. Following that, we have the burst. This is a very cool looking burst. Melee burst. We'll have to show it off next match because, as you can see, I missed. But the Mack knife is very fun to use, in my opinion, when it comes to mid-range and melee. The long-range stuff is not that great, and the stun can be a little bit hard to hit with, but it's very, very reliable if you have more than one person you're fighting against, because most likely someone is going to come at you from that angle that the stun hits on, and then you can just go in on them. We'll go into melee in the second round, and what the different melee options are and things like that, but I really like the Mack knife. I didn't think I was going to, but the Mack knife is a very dependable suit. We probably would have already got the kill if I was showing off on the melee, but I want to save that for the second round, because there's some good things to show in the melee. There really are. So as we go into the second round, of course, we have to ask, should you use the Mack knife? If you had asked me this question before I started practicing for the Super Breakdown, I would have said no. But now I think the Mack knife is a very, very reliable suit. It's very quick. It has dependable damage. It has 2 stuns. At 300 cost, it is one of the more versatile 300s, I suppose. The design may, that's personal opinion, but, and I don't like it personally, but I think that the utility that it has is really good. So we'll get into the melee this time. Call it Barra, just so we have some extra backup. Back melee is a stun, which gives you another dedicated stun that you can go into any other melee type with. You've seen forward melee a little bit, but we'll show it again. Forward melee while boosting is that kick, which is very nice. You can do it reliably and just get in on your opponent if they're not prepared for it and aren't going to sidestep. Then you have standard forward melee, which is the claws, which does very good damage. There's the kick again. As you can see, very, very nice. You have side melee, which is pretty nice. And of course, as always, reliable back melee. Standard melee is pretty good as well. Nice combo. You can kind of chain these together with a back melee if you connect with it, followed by a forward or side melee. The kick is also obviously always great to get in on your opponents with. Yeah, the missiles allow you to do a spin. You have the fact that with Barara you can do a beam and then fire your own beam. It's just a really versatile suit, and as viewers of this series might have seen, the two things that I view above all others as beneficial are mobility, because you can get around enemy attacks, and versatility, because you can answer just about anything that your opponent might have. And that's where I believe the Mack knife really shines. We didn't get to show the burst off there, but the burst is a melee burst. When it connects, it goes into the spin that you see the striker do, and then finally ends up with the claws. It's very nice. But with all that said, I have been Trey. This has been the Full Spectrum, and remember to always enjoy the full spectrum. The Mack knife has to offer.